The vastness of the oceans is both humbling and terrifying. Beneath the surface, there is a world more mysterious than any jungle or desert. The ocean holds secrets older than civilization, creatures that defy imagination, and landscapes that could be straight out of science fiction. Yet, despite centuries of exploration, more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. What lies beyond the depths, hidden from human eyes? Tonight, we dive into the abyss, to the ocean depths where the pressure is overwhelming, the darkness absolute, and the creatures like nothing you've ever imagined. Welcome to Bellows From Beyond. The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface, yet the depths remain a place of mystery. At the surface, we are familiar with the gentle ebb and flow of tides, the sun-kissed waves, and the vastness that stretches to the horizon. But as we descend, the world becomes unrecognizable. Just a few hundred feet below the surface, the light begins to fade. By the time you reach a depth of 1,000 feet, you're in the midnight zone, where sunlight doesn't penetrate and total darkness reigns. At 12,000 feet, you enter the abyssal zone, a place so alien that life itself seems impossible. Yet, in these harsh, lightless environments, life thrives. From bioluminescent fish that light up the darkness like stars to giant squids whose very existence was once thought to be pure myth. The ocean depths are teeming with life, but life that's adapted to survive under conditions we can barely fathom. One of the greatest obstacles to our exploration of the deep is the immense pressure. As you descend into the ocean, the pressure increases by about 14.7 pounds per square inch for every 33 feet. By the time you reach 1,000 feet, the pressure is more than 40 times what it is at sea level. The deeper you go, the greater the force. At the depth of the Mariana Trench, the Challenger Deep, the pressure is so intense it could crush any human-made vessel in seconds. For reference, that's the equivalent of a person trying to withstand the weight of 50 jumbo jets. The pressure at this depth is approximately 1,086 bars, more than 1,000 times the pressure at sea level. No matter how advanced our technology becomes, the pressure of the deep sea presents a technical challenge that seems insurmountable. We can build submarines capable of withstanding it for brief periods, but sustained exploration is incredibly difficult. The machines, the instruments, even our human bodies, aren't built for such extremes. Despite the crushing pressure and the total absence of light, life not only exists but flourishes in the ocean depths. Creatures in these extreme environments have developed fascinating adaptations to survive the harsh conditions. The anglerfish, for example, uses a bioluminescent lure to attract prey in the pitch-black waters. The giant squid, one of the most elusive creatures on Earth, uses its remarkable speed to evade predators and capture its own prey. Then there are the giant tube worms found at hydrothermal vents, which survive without sunlight, instead relying on chemicals spewed from the Earth's core. These creatures live in a symbiotic relationship with bacteria that convert toxic gases into usable energy, essentially creating an ecosystem where none should exist. And let's not forget the deep-sea jellyfish, translucent, ghostly creatures that float like ethereal ghosts in the deep, their gelatinous bodies almost invisible in the darkness. In fact, many of the creatures we've discovered in the deep are so unique that they seem to belong to another planet altogether. Their alien-like features and behaviors reveal how adaptable life can be when faced with the extreme conditions of the ocean depths. In spite of the incredible technology at our disposal, exploration of the deep ocean is limited by the extreme pressure and the cost of building equipment that can withstand these conditions. We've made some progress. The famous Titanic wreck was located at a depth of 12,500 feet, and in 2012, filmmaker James Cameron made a solo trip to the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, one of the deepest points on Earth. Cameron's submersible, the Deep-Sea Challenger, was specially designed to withstand pressures that could crush a normal vessel. It had thick, reinforced walls, specially designed lights, and the technology to record scientific data at unimaginable depths. Yet, even this cutting-edge technology could only remain at the bottom for a short time, before the danger of pressure damage made further exploration impossible. Even with modern submarines, which can travel to depths of 30,000 feet, we still lack the ability to explore the majority of the deep ocean. The Mariana Trench, which is over 36,000 feet deep, remains largely uncharted. For all the advances in technology, only a few places on Earth can still be called the final frontier. We've explored more of the surface of Mars than we have of our own ocean floors. Just think about that. Despite the technological marvels we've achieved, the space telescopes, the Mars rovers, the deep space probes, we've barely scratched the surface of the ocean's vastness. It's estimated that more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. Entire ecosystems, potential medical breakthroughs, and ancient mysteries still wait to be uncovered. The ocean is a vast, interconnected world of unimaginable complexity. The deep ocean could hold resources we've never even dreamed of. Unique biological compounds that could cure diseases, minerals that could revolutionize technology, and ecosystems that function in ways we can't yet understand. But reaching these depths remains a monumental challenge. Our current technology can send probes to gather data, but the harsh conditions prevent long-term exploration. The pressure and temperature extremes limit the functionality of our tools, and the remote, dangerous nature of the deep ocean makes it almost impossible for humans to reach. We are still outsiders, looking into a world that belongs entirely to the ocean itself. So, where do we go from here? What does the future hold for ocean exploration? As technology advances, we may develop materials and vessels capable of withstanding the crushing pressure of the ocean's deepest trenches. Autonomous robots and artificial intelligence may lead the way in exploring the uncharted depths. Already, underwater drones are mapping the ocean floor with increasing precision, providing us with data we could only dream of just a few decades ago. Innovations like pressurized submersibles and deep-sea drones may one day allow us to explore the abyss, unlock the secrets of the deep, and perhaps even uncover new forms of life or untapped resources. The race to the deepest parts of the ocean is just beginning, and while we may never truly conquer it, we are bound to continue pushing its limits. For now, we remain fascinated by what lies beneath, a world we can barely comprehend. But with each dive, each new discovery, the ocean's grip on our imagination only tightens. The ocean is vast, mysterious, and deep. It holds more secrets than we can even fathom, and as we strive to explore its depths, we are reminded of how little we truly know. We've mapped the surface of the moon, and yet much of our own planet remains a mystery. As we continue to push the boundaries of exploration, we can only wonder, what lies beyond the limits we've reached? What will we find when we finally break through the ocean's final boundaries? The answer, perhaps, lies beneath the waves, just out of reach, waiting to be discovered. If you've been drawn into the depths of the unknown, remember to like, subscribe, and join us for more stories that echo through the mysteries of the ocean into the beyond.